Yo, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? This is your Coach Renz, and this is the short form version of the long form of the law of mentalism per the Kybalion. If you want the long form version, you will have to go and become a member of my Patreon, which is at patreon.com/Coach Renz. Now, as I've said before, my long form versions, deeper context, deeper understanding of every video, every type of video will be there. So this one is about the law of mentalism. This is part one of the law of mentalism. There will be a part two to this one as well. And I want to give you a little bit of information concerning the law of mentalism in this snippet part. Of course, we want to first look at the law of mentalism is itself. This is the book of Kybalion by the three initiates, and it says that the all is mind, the universe is mental. Now, in part one of this video, we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the all. What is the all? Get the first basic understanding of the all and the substantial reality of it. But first, we talk about mental transmutation. Now, many people know of the term transmutation from books like Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, from As a Man Thinketh, from The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, from your Bibles, your Vedics, your Torahs. All these books talk about how whatever you think about is what you become, what you are. Now, if you saw the one on gender, I talked about the difference between the I and the me. So in order to know and in order to understand, fully understand transmutation, you have to get the I and the me and have an understanding of that. Go back and watch that video. The idea of mental transmutation starts as simple as this. Mind, as well as metal and elemental, may be transmuted from state to state, degree to degree, condition to condition, pole to pole, vibration to vibration. The true Hermetic transmutation is a mental art. It is simply put, the true understanding of mental transmutation is being able to elevate. It is what alchemy is all about. It is about it's not about going from lead to gold materially, but it's about going from lead to gold consciously in your thoughts. It's about going lead from gold emotionally within your relationships. How many of you are on the polarity scale of love, of emotion, and with another person in a relationship, and if it's hate here and it's love here, you're like somewhere in the middle. If you're in a romantic relationship, you want to vibrate at a higher pole, closer to love, to ultimate, complete, unadulterated, romantic, just kind of love, right? But no, you're somewhere in the middle. You got issues, you got problems, you got things going on. Most of these things start with your mental ideas, your mental transmutation. And the law of mentalism in its entirety is really about understanding the all, understanding you, and how will you use mental thought to begin the process of raising your vibration to the pole that you want to be at. Whether it's health, whether it's relationship, whether it's your finances, it doesn't matter what it is, everything is on a pole. But understanding mental transmutation is all about you understanding the all and understanding you. I read through a lot of it, a bunch of underlying stuff in here. It talks about how I talked about in that video of how that everything exists in the mind of the all, and for the lesser student, even for the lesser student, not even the master, that we have the ability to transmute mental thought, also the phenomena, psychic phenomena, and all other phenomena that we know of the mind, being able to help to either manipulate or raise up a person. We can either manipulate a child or raise up a child. We can either manipulate a relationship or we can broaden and strengthen a relationship. It is all about our mental transmutation, and even the student or the teacher hermeticist has the ability to do that and plant those seeds or push their will onto the next person. But it's that understanding that all is mental, and the forms that all things come into helps you to be able to do that. It helps you to get that understanding. Let me put it like this. There's a part that says, and more than this, as every student and practitioner of modern mental science know, every material condition dependent upon the mind of other people may be changed or transmuted in accordance with the earnest desire, will, and treatment of persons desiring change conditions of life. So you have to have that desire, but Remember, go back to the law of gender, the I and the me. This is how we start to have control that desire and be able to transmute according to how much will we have. Earnest, meaning will. The Hermetic principle and art underlying all of these various forms of practice, good and evil, for the force can be used in opposite directions according to the Hermetic principle of polarity, meaning it can go either way. You can use it. It's a tool. It's a tool for you to use. Thus, the possessor possesses the master key that will unlock the doors to the principle of polarity. So before we get to the principle of polarity, which is later, before we get there, we must understand mental transmutation and how that mental transmutation allows us to be able to vibrate at a higher frequency to change our condition. Many people struggle. You struggle at losing weight. You struggle at relationship. You struggle at finances. You struggle with your kids. You struggle with political environments. You struggle with cultural environments. You struggle with racial environments. You struggle with things in your mind that is stopping you from being able to have that great, amazing, truly fantastic life. And it all starts in your mind. It is all the struggles that you have in your mind. And that is the struggle that we must overcome. I got to tell you guys, if you haven't joined me for the Zen of Rens, we talk about so many different subjects, and we're going to talk about subjects that if you start to encapsulate these things in your mind, you'll be able to change your habits and change the way your life has been resulting. The physical manifestation of your life will change the moment you start to understand how to control the mental imagery, how to control the mental wording, how to control the mental vibration that you're putting out. The moment you start learning how to control that, then you can control your actions better. Because think about it, we know it takes action in order for you to accomplish anything in life. But if you do not have the right mindset, your actions will never happen. They will never be sustainable. They will never happen over a long enough period for you to change the condition of your life. I bet you guys have experienced that. The other portion of the long form video, we talk about the all. What is the all? The all is the substantial reality. The word substantial means actually existing, being the essence, the essential element, being real. Reality means the state of being real, true, enduring, valid, fixed, permanent, actual. So in substance, that which is underlying the outward manifestations in the essence, the essential reality. How the all, although man tried to codify the all through deity, through terms of the universe, through terms of the all, through the mind, through energy, through matter, we try to codify it based on our finite mind to draw draw the all down to a human size, something that we can compact and have in our hands. We give it attributes of theology, we give it attributes of religion, we give it attributes of metaphysics, when the all is really a philosophy. It's the only thing we can give it as a philosophy for our finite mind to understand the infinite mind. And you must realize that the all is unknowable. That anyone who claims that they have the inside knowledge of the all, that they have all the information of the all, and they've given the all man qualities of jealousy and anger and tendency, a need to be worshipped and praised, that the all would even require these things, would suggest that the all is incomplete, because the all cannot need anything. The all cannot be without anything. It cannot be separated. The all is all within itself. And we go over these things in the long-term video in more detail so that you can gain a greater understanding, because the better you understand the all, the living mind, the better you understand your finite mind, the better you understand this universe, the better you are able to manifest things and the better life that you will have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short form video. Enjoy it, watch it over and over again, try to get these concepts into your mind. But please join me on Patreon. Patreon is where the long form is going to be. Patreon is where the exercises and the processes and meditations and all other things necessary in order to change the habit of the brain, change your concepts, change your consciousness. All that is going to be there. It's only $5 a month. And that is what? Less than a fast food meal. $5 a month, less than a fast food meal, to change your entire life forever and consistently. And we talk about money, we talk about relationship, we talk about sexual alchemy, we talk about hermetics and everything else under the sun. And as patrons, you get first dibs on the different types of subject matters that will be covered. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is what? Non-negotiable. This is your coach, friends.